So this account is called DoctorDrop, and our end goal is to collect every PVM drop in game. But because we do it one chunk at a time, the journey that we take is going to be completely unique to this account. Collecting every PVM drop in game means hunting even the most mundane of items once. So last time we were in the lumbered swamp and we managed to get the raw rat meat, the big bone, long bone, and curved bone. The curved bone is actually a 1 in 5,000 drop. Since we got every drop available to us in the first two chunks, we get to start on the Ferox Enclave and see what that has in store for us. So the Ferox Enclave is going to be an interesting chunk because obviously we're in the wilderness and PvP is enabled. I think there's only one monster for us to fight in here, these mammoths at level 80. The giant frogs were only level 13 and could hit a max hit of 2. These guys have a max hit of 8 and are level 80. So they're much stronger than anything we've fought so far. They also have a lot of new drops for us, 34 in total, because they roll off of a lot of new tables that we haven't seen before. The allotment seeds table, the bush seeds table, the hops seeds table, the fruit tree seeds table, and then they have other miscellaneous drops. There is an altar right over here next to the mammoths that I can use to recharge my prayer. Conveniently, this banker guy sometimes comes close enough to the edge of the chunk that I can reach him. So we've got ourselves an inventory full of shrimp, and we're gonna try and kill some mammoths. They hit so hard. Okay, so I'm out of food, and they're still at half health. So I'm gonna have to flinch the mammoth. I just need one more hit. There we go. Awesome. Dwellberry seeds. Hey, that's on the list. Obviously, everything's on the list. I'm going back to Lumbridge to get some more food. Even though the mammoths hit so hard, I am still thinking that melee is the best option for me. That's because as far as ranged options go, I have very limited access to magic equipment because I'm not letting myself take the runes from the tutor. And as far as ranged equipment goes, all I really have are bronze knives because I don't have access to feathers or bowstring. So we just got 35 fishing and we almost have enough fish that I want to go back to mammoths. All right. Hey, there's prayer potion. Sweet.
Sniff, sniff, sniff. Boy. Do I smell a shrimp and a bronze axe in your inventory?
Well, I got 35 defense. And wild blood seeds. I'm actually going to give the knives a shot, which means one of these willow shields might be helpful. So I'm only bringing with me 100 knives in case I get player killed. I'm hoping that people just won't pick up my knives. Alright, let's see if I can even damage these guys. So I can't deal very much damage at all to the mammoths, right? I'm thinking I'm going to use the knives to fight these thugs here and pull them out from the other chunk next door. Now they don't spawn in this chunk, so I don't think they count, but they still drop some items that would be useful. For instance, the iron med helm. There's level 5 range. Hey, we got some nature runes. I think that's a drop I haven't gotten before. So when we do have a monster that spawns in our chunks that drops nature runes, we won't have to hunt them out. Iron med helm. Sweet. So I can check and see if this is an upgrade over my bronze full helm now. The defense bonuses are the same, but the med helm has lower attack debuffs for magic and ranged, and the med helm actually has no attack debuff for ranged. But that means I can wear this while ranging without taking any debuff. We've got level 10 ranged. There's 15 ranged. So I just about ran out of bronze knives and need to do a little bit of restock. We got smithing level 20. We've got 30 mining coming in. Alright, we're back at mammoths and 20 range. $25 ranged. There's 25 smithing. It's been like 8 or 10 hours and I've only killed 19 mammoths. But I have 1,000 bronze knives here. And what I think I'm going to do is start using the free runes and ammunition that you can get from the tutors over here. The reason why I had a problem with the training equipment was that I related it to the Iron Man armor, which only Iron Man accounts get, so it feels like an unfair advantage. But I don't see the problem with collecting the arrows, for instance. I'm going to use the Lumbridge home teleport as a way to know when I can collect more arrows. Oh, the dark fishing bait. We got the hammerstone seed. And there's an acorn. Asgarnian seeds. Sweet. There's 30 range coming in. An uncut sapphire? I think that's rare drop table. Hey, we've got 45 hit points. Ooh, Crandorian seed. And there's the Anilian seed. We got a cabbage seed. There's steel arrows. There's the limpwort seed. Hey, whiteberry seed. We've got 35 range coming in. We got lobster. We got a curry tree seed. We got the jute seed. We got an orange tree seed. So we blew through all 1,000 knives, and now we're back here in Lumbridge area. 35 mining coming in. There's smithing level 30. So I've put together a stack of 2,000 knives, and it's taken a couple hours, but that should do me for quite a while at mammoths. There's a sweet corn seed. We've got 40 range coming in. There's 45 ranged. That's the angerberry seed. Cadaverberry seed, that's new. And strawberry seeds, the back-to-back. Hey, we've got this Larry guy here. He sells the team capes. They only cost like 50 coins. I'm gonna get one of each. Maybe two of each. I don't know where he came from because I didn't see him before in this chunk. Pineapple tree seed. So that just leaves me with tomato seeds, watermelon seeds, papaya tree seeds, and a medium clue. Hey, there's a medium clue. South of the Slayer Tower. No. Oh well. Yeah, watermelon seed. Hey, tomato seed. The only item left for me to collect is the papaya tree seed. Ooh, beekeeper random. Yes, 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 yes. What do I get? Flax. This flax makes me think. I can't use the Lumbridge Castle cooking range, but can I use this fireplace to make sinew? No. Give me another cow. Dude. Cooking tutor. The cooking tutor has a range. What the heck? Sinew. Okay, so then if I shear these guys, we can get some crafting XP that way. No, not the ram. Oh, he's got to die now. Sorry, buddy. So then we go up here to the second floor and use the spinning wheel. We make balls of wool. And we get 2, 2, and 3. We get horrible experience. This process has been pretty tedious, but we've got 10 crafting coming in right now. Can now craft bowstrings and crossbow strings. Now we can take our sinew and go on this spinning wheel and turn it into a crossbow string. We turn that into crossbow limbs. Alright, so we use the limbs and the crossbow stock. And then we can use a crossbow string on it. We have a bronze crossbow. Sweet. I unfortunately can't make a better crossbow than this because the anvil, even with an iron bar, that anvil will only let me smith bronze. So I can use these feathers that I got from the maze random with bronze bolt tips, or I can use them with bronze arrow tips and the arrow shafts to make arrows that I can fire with the bowstring that I get from this flax. The reason why the flax in particular is interesting is because it can fire arrows, and because arrows are a reward from, well, from LMS, which is up at the Ferox Enclave. Ranged level 50 coming in.
Hand over the worthless seeds, and go back to Lumbridge, boy.
So now we're actually going to make some of this flax into bowstring. And make ourselves a willow shortbow. There's 50 hit points. Okay, so I've actually decided I'm going to use my feathers to make bronze arrows, so I get the higher range bonus from the willow shortbow versus the bronze crossbow. Hey, we got ourselves another medium clue. Brimington? No. Hey, another medium clue. North of the nature altar near Shiloh Village? No. We've just got 55 ranged, which makes ranged firmly my highest combat skill. I decided to check out Last Man Standing to see if it was worth getting ammunition from. And while the adamant arrows are a pretty good deal, I would need to grind out 65 fletching because the only bow I can make in my chunks that can fire adamant arrows is a U short bow or long bow. So I'm going to take my point and use it toward some climbing boots because those are a pretty big upgrade. And then I'm going to go grind out some more bronze knives. We got mining level 40. So we've got over 1,000 knives, and I'm trying to gear up to go back to mammoths, but I guess I can't wear climbing boots until I complete Death's Plateau. Anyway, I forgot all about that requirement, so I guess we're wearing leather boots for now. We have smithing level 35. We got ourselves another 1,000 knives. Hey, just got an emerald from a mammoth here. Should be rare drop table. Ooh, uncut ruby. That's definitely rare drop table. So that's kill 500. These kills are coming fast enough now that I can sometimes pull off 3 kills without running out of prayer. We got some more flax. There is 1,000 more knives to add to the pool. Hey, got a medium clue. The Varrock archery store, not gonna happen. We got 60 ranged. Ranged is now my highest skill. Hey, we got another clue scroll. McGrubber's wood. Kind of far from our chunks. Hey. Freaking Dragon Medhelm. Whoa, I can't wield the Dragon Medhelm yet. No, that's so cool though. Hey, we got 55 hit points. 45 mining. We've got another 1,000 knives. Hey, some rune arrows. I think those are rare drop table too. We got 40 prayer. So we got a genie random and used it on agility, and that gives us level 2 agility all from XP randoms. So I guess my OBS dropped a couple clips. I think it was because I was messing around with what kind of jack I was using for my monitor. Anyway, we got a rune 2H sword off screen, which is from rare drop tables, so I guess we can put the graphic up here. I popped off about it. I was pretty happy about it because it is a huge upgrade for my account. And then I went and smithed another 1,000 knives. So let's get back into it. Whoa. What is with all of these rare drop table drops? Friggin' runite bar too. 65 ranged. Hey, one more medium clue. Fossil Island is very far away. Hey, rune square shield too. That's another rare drop table drop, and it's another one I can't actually wield. Another clue scroll. North of the Tower of Life. We can't go all the way over there. 40 mining coming in. So we have another 1,000 knives. We're starting to amass quite a bit of a collection of runes from the tutors. Okay, 1,000 kills. Dark fishing bait. That's unfortunate. Hey! Another freaking rune 2H. What am I gonna do with that? Another clue scroll. We're gonna have to go to East Ardoin. That's not possible. So we've got another 1,000 knives. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to make some kind of counter to keep track of how many knives I've made in this episode. Hey, we got another medium clue. That's not gonna be possible. It wants me to go to Zaya. Here's a weird one. Why does my loot log say that the mammoths dropped training arrows and bronze knives? We've got another 1,000 knives. I guess we're headed back to mammoths. We've got 60 hit points. Hey, we got another medium clue. Nightmare Zone. This is kill 1280, which is important because it's twice the drop rate for the drop I'm still hunting. Every time I see the tree seeds, I think it could be papaya tree. So the odds of us not getting a drop by this point was only around 13%. The Brimhaven Docks. Yeah, no. Alright, we've got another set of 1,000 bronze knives. So when I started this grind, I was getting about 1 kill every 10 minutes, even with the bronze knives. Now, I'm getting about 1 kill every minute, which is, I mean, it's really good. There's 70 ranged. So let me show you what one of my trips, one of my cycles looks like. Once this teleport runs out, I finish the kill I'm on. Then I use the Lumbridge home teleport, which puts another 30-minute clock up here. Hop to a PvP world, and then use this bank chest. Deposit everything, including my knives. Grab 2 lobsters and 200 knives. That should do me for another half an hour. hop back to a normal world, not PvP, head up to the range tutor here and grab more training equipment, and then use the LMS minigame teleport to get back to LMS. I stopped using the canoe system a little while ago. Come back out here and pray at the altar on your way back down. Hop worlds to another world so that you weren't seen leaving the Ferox Enclave on the world that you actually train on. And then I try to stay in the northeastern quadrant because it's closest to the altar and can't be seen by the obelisk. I fire all my training arrows at the start of the kill and then switch to knives to finish off the mammoth. I used to have to pick up ammunition multiple times while killing one mammoth, but now I can let it pile up on the ground and pick it all up at the end. After about 3 kills, I have to refill my prayer, so I run up to the altar here, and then I come back down and start the next kill. This, along with smithing bronze knives, is what I've done for roughly the last 100 hours of playing on this account. I used to have to refill my prayer between every kill because it wouldn't even last a full kill, and I used to only get about 3 kills per every 30 minutes. This clue wants us to go to the dig site, which I cannot. Oh, hey Larry, how's it going? Buy a tree seed. There it is. Finally. Alright, so for this, we're going to wear our best melee setup. I am truly a force to be reckoned with now. We had to kill 1,483 mammoths to get all of the drops because the papaya tree seed eluded me so long. It could have been worse because there definitely is a world where we miss out on one of the seeds for even longer and don't get all the nice rare drop table stuff that we got. Speaking of which, I'm going to put up on screen all of the drop rates of all of the rare drop table stuff from mammoths. That way you guys can see how rare, like this dragon med helm is like 1 in 8,000. It's pretty crazy that we got that long before we got the papaya tree seed. I play this account like 20 or 30 hours a week, and it still took me, I think, over a month just to do that mammoth grind. It's going to be pretty sweet to finally unlock some new content when we roll a new chunk. So my backlog only contains quest-specific items you can only get during quests and the champion scrolls. And as far as our active chunk tasks go, we completed everything, including the papaya tree seed. Now let's talk about what new chunks we could unlock. We still have the ones that we can walk to from around Lumbridge. We have the valid canoe stops. We have the 4 around the Ferox Enclave. And then we have 2 portals at the Ferox Enclave, one underground, one above ground, that take us to 2 locations around the overworld. First, we'll talk about the underground portal, which can take you to the Isle of Souls, and there's a portal at the Isle of Souls that can take you back, which makes it a valid location. So that's chunk number 11 we can pick. The next chunk is the Castle Wars chunk. There's a portal above ground at the Ferox Enclave that will teleport you to Castle Wars, but there's no portal here to take you back. Instead, since Castle Wars is available on free-to-play, and none of the surrounding chunks are, if you try to use this door while on a free-to-play world, it will prompt you to teleport back to the Ferox Enclave. So that makes that chunk number 12 that we could roll. Before I roll a new chunk, we need to talk about Ankus again. These guys still exist, and they're still a huge problem for my account. If you haven't seen already, they drop the Torstal seed at a 1 in 104,000. Drop. The entire point of DoctorDrop was always to collect every PVM drop in game systematically. I chose the chunk system as a way of doing that systematically while breaking up normal progression so that I don't just go out and hunt the highest DPS stuff and then kill things from a list. So with that said, I do plan on adding a pity system in case we do roll a chunk that is pretty nasty. The basic idea would be similar to how bosses work. For bosses, we don't actually have to collect all of their drops in one go, and that's because of the existence of these guys. For the most part, normal one chunk accounts don't go after pets. They only go after the best in slot items from monsters. So for a boss like the Calphite Queen, for instance, they have a 1 in 256 drop of a Dragon 2H sword. So for a normal one chunk account, it's not going to take nearly as long as it will for my account, which has to hunt the Calphite Princess and the Jar of Sand at 3,000 and 2,000. That's why I put in place a rule for bosses that has me kill them periodically and increasingly. So for the first chunk, after unlocking a boss, I have to reach 83 kill count, and the second chunk I have to reach 174 or get 91 additional kills, following the experience curve for skills. This process only stops once I get all of the drops, which means I'm continually revisiting the same boss monster over and over again. And I plan to do something similar with drop rates like this. If I roll a chunk like the Barbarian Village, I'm still gonna have to kill 10,000 of the offending monster. Then I'm gonna roll another chunk, and then I'm gonna have to kill 10,000 more of the offending monster until I get the drop. Yeah, 10,000 of a monster is a lot, but it doesn't end the series like it could have. On top of that, we now have the Isle of Souls as a potential chunk, which is massive because Moss Giants are on the Isle of Souls right about here. If we do unlock the Isle of Souls chunk, I'm pretty sure that gets us out of the grind because Moss Giants have a pretty good drop rate of Torstal Seeds. I consider 1 in 3,800 to be pretty good compared to Anku's. Alright, so it's been 38 days since my last roll, so I think it's time we just pick a chunk. Chaos Temple. So I'm looking at the Chaos Druids here that are at that Chaos Temple, and this, along with this, has me pretty excited for this chunk. Farmable Law Runes is gonna open up tons of areas. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. But with that out of the way, I think it's time to end the video. Thanks for the support that I've gotten on the last few.
I'm a pretty good dancer.